Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, and this is on the Tree 8 server. I finally got myself a nice little handy dandy helmet that's going to help us here with my next project, and a silk touch pick, and don't really need too much of anything else. Let's go on our boat and head towards spawn. And we have this nice little coral area right around here. And there's quite a bit of area that is around our spawn area that is lots of coral. And I'm going a little bit east and then coming up here. That's a Shanton's place, so we got a neighbor nearby. Got our horses up over that direction. And nothing else spraying up right around me, but she is about directly due south of spawn. And so she gets the first connection here. So I have right now laid out, and there's a turtle in the boat, this stone brick path. And we have one of our friends up on this tiny little island that's made his base or temporary base there. So north-south, I got this. I got a little bit of coral down here because I wanted to get some lighting. It was kind of dull. Over in this direction, there's like a cavern that's going underneath. So originally I was going to be right around here and going past this mountain, but then I didn't want to like go through it, or not the mountain, the hill, and so I decided to start over here instead, just a little bit further west, but spawns up here. So Shanton's just there in the past. There's some other people that are strategically placed around here, and then I think there's someone way over there in an island. But this is the start of what is going to be our little rail, and I expect it to be more just for looks and not much of anything else here. But I also gotten a tunnel done up to the mesa biome, so that's good. That took a little bit of time. And so we're just going to start a little bit of a layout here. I may rework a little bit of this starting bit here, because I'm going to have this kind of area be here, kind of like a subway-like entrance. So the shape of this little bit might change just a bit. So we have our stone going down like this, and eventually we are going to have to stick plenty of sand underneath here so I can make sure that we get the air and the water and all that taken out, so let's get full blocks of air and stuff. So I just kind of want to go through and get a general idea of the start of this, see what it's going to be like. Originally I was going to have it go down further, and when it was over there it was not interrupting this hill, but over here it is going to be interrupting a bit of this. But I wanted the rest of it will go down further, like it gets a little bit deeper further down here, so the tunnel will just be kind of like suspended above everything. But we're going to have rail lines going back and forth. And then perhaps maybe later, if it's, you know, wanted or needed or whatever, we might be able to have the rail line go through the inside of perhaps the island here, and there's going to be a western tunnel somewhere off that way too, so we could make it connect at some point. Alright, so we have this kind of lined up, and this is the top of the tunnel. And then we'll have to get some more sand bits going, because we're going to have to angle this stuff down as well. we've been collecting a bunch of sand for all the glass and whatnot for quite a while. Alright, I'm gonna hurry this one up a little bit. And then just get rid of the bits of stone and whatnot later so we can get a kind of general idea of what this will be like. And got my handy dandy helmet here to help with this. Alright. And with the swim feature, it's quite nice in this. And I had experimented in creative trying to do it with the half panes, and it was a pain. it wouldn't work. I wanted the half because I was thinking, oh, I can see through it better, but the clear glass does seem to be okay. It's just when you're looking at it from like the outside or something, it's slightly weird. But the glass is going to slope down and then go all in that direction. And I'm kind of thinking maybe some sort of fence slash glass top here kind of thing. But I'm going to start the beginning of this and get some of the water out. And over time we'll get this kind of prettied up around here. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this hillside off to get a little bit more glass, because I do want to have glass on the top and glass on the sides so you can look around and such. I'll get back to you on that. So I have gotten a decent amount of stuff kind of redone here, and we got their spawn back behind us. I got a new little helmet from Karma, and we have our pick and shovel to help dig things out. So basically I have gone and dug down, filled it in, got the sides and stuff put in, and dug it all out. So we got the start of it. Not sure how I'll get the rest of this stairs here, but we'll figure out the distance I need exactly. But we have a little bit of the coral put in over here, or I added some more because it's pretty dense over here and over there, and I wanted to add a little bit of color in the area where there's just like grass, and I may take out just a tiny bit of kelp so it doesn't cover up all the coral, and then add in maybe a little bit of seagrass here and there. And of course we got some fishies nearby. So that is the basis of what's going to go all the way down to that end, and I may move the entrance kind of out a little bit into the water, like this little bit, so because it starts going up pretty steeply over on that side. But I will continue filling it in and digging out and get this tunnel done. Alright, continuing working on the tunnel, kind of came across some bit of interesting thing where you sit in the minecart and you can't see much over here. So I started experimenting with putting the blocks down below, even though I wanted to have a little bit of color. And there is a little bit of the stream of water showing through underneath, but I believe on hearing that this is supposed to get fixed within like the next little snapshot tiny update thing. And it's not too bad looking out over there with this little bit down here. But it adds a lot more when you're walking by, and I figured for a Shanton, so she can see more while she's looking out here, I've done the floor and the sides, and then we'll just keep the red bit up when it's closer up to land and it starts to actually, you know, I need to cover up sand and dirt and whatnot. But this is almost done. Getting some of the coral and whatnot around here, and continue to get a little bit more lighting and stuff put up around here and finish it off. So back here at spawn at the top of the hill, got a nice little walkway going down to the entrance of our tunnel here. And so I wanted to keep it glass covered and have to get rid of my stuff later, but this is the front of it. Mostly okay to mobs. I mean, whatever you want to light up around it. I didn't want to do too much lighting, but I just have a standard setup around here. This is wide enough and tall enough you want to drag horses or lots of animals or whatnot through, or just hop in and just give it a go. So although the white plain glass looks really good when you're walking slowly, not so good when you're going by fast, the clear white or light gray might have been a little bit better, but I really wanted to be able to see through it while walking. And I had the time of trying to figure out what to do with lighting. And at first I had something above. I really wanted to see lanterns, but they're not available yet. So I have the glowstone placed closely on where it's solid brick so that the lighting level is high enough. And then on the glass I have it like every other redstone thing, just to give it a little bit more dramatic lighting, I guess, especially at nighttime or something. And then we have the stairway going up, and I got a little bit of a path thing going up here, and over there is Shanton's place, and over there is going to be Phoenix. So there is also another connection pretty much on both sides, so it's just another way to get back and forth from the spawn island to the south island. And if we need to extend it at some point, we can always do that as well. But I wanted to be able to give the option of having it be multiple ways of getting across, and, well, being able to take advantage of all the new underwater sea stuff. At nighttime it's a little bit more different. It's a little bit darker up on top, but this would work well if you want to just walk through the whole thing. And so I may go in and add a little bit here and there for a little bit more coral, but I would really prefer to move stuff and like do the fans and stuff when it gets updated, because the bone meal will work on the floor. And right now if you do it on the floor, it's just going to do the seagrass. So there's a few little bits of pieces here and there that may need a little bit more added in there, but for the most part I would consider this to be pretty much done, unless someone else in the server wants something else added or enhanced to it or whatnot. Well, that's the start of the first project. I need to get more armor. I was caving and then lost a whole bunch of it. But we'll see you next time. We'll continue on the other project. Thanks for watching.